March 18, 1980. An Indian intelligence officer stands perfectly still behind the curtains of a quiet room in Pakistan. He looks down at the street and sees two unfamiliar, motionless men watching his window. For an operative deep in enemy territory, there are no coincidences. He realized a special cell from Pakistan's Inter-Services Intelligence, the ISI, had formed a dragnet. 7 years of perfect cover had just collapsed. In deep cover espionage, the moment you are spotted, a 24-hour countdown begins. Failing to vanish within that window guarantees your death and ensures the secrets you carry are buried forever. The catalyst for this mission traces back to 1971. When the commander signed these surrender documents, the regional map changed overnight. Bangladesh emerged as a new nation, and a fractured ISI hardened into a vengeful agency dedicated to clandestine warfare against India. India responded by assigning Ajit Doval to a living grave mission. He had to erase his identity and infiltrate the inner circles of the ISI. For 7 years, he lived as a Pakistani citizen. He mastered Urdu, adopted a new religion, and sat in the very meetings where operations against India were planned. Successful infiltration at this level requires the psychological endurance to live a lie flawlessly among enemies for nearly a decade. Back in the room, the 24-hour clock was ticking. Doval immediately followed the protocol for a burned agent, striking a match and burning every document that linked him to his true identity. Systematically removing these traces protects the broader intelligence network left behind, preventing the enemy from following the trail to other operatives. He walked out onto the morning Karachi streets, fully aware that 2 ISI agents were tailing his every move. Evading a tail requires absolute discipline. You have to maintain a normal walking pace and suppress the instinct to run or show fear, even when you know you are being watched. Doval moved toward a crowded market, using the noise and the physical mass of the crowd to break the ISI's visual line of sight. Urban evasion relies on blending into environmental chaos. By matching the rhythm of the city, an operative can simply disappear from view. He reached a quiet alley for a wordless handoff with a second Indian agent. The contact handed him a piece of paper containing coordinates for a hidden tunnel designed to bypass the border's surface security. With the ISI closing in above ground, Doval entered the tunnel. He crawled on his hands and knees through the dark, navigating the narrow passage toward the far end. He emerged on the other side. While the surface border appeared impenetrable, he had successfully crossed back into India. A successful exfiltration depends on exact timing and absolute trust in the hidden routes provided by the network. This data map represents the information Doval secured. It categorizes into 3 clusters: a registry of deep cover ISI agents, classified military plans, and networks operating within India. This human intelligence provided specific operational details that satellites and signal intercepts could never reach. This intelligence gave Indian agencies the specific names and locations they needed to anticipate and dismantle hostile networks. Doval moved from the shadows to leadership, becoming the director of the Intelligence Bureau in 2005. In 2014, he was appointed National Security Advisor. The former deep cover operative became the public architect of the country's defense apparatus. Ultimately, national security relies on the silent sacrifices of individuals willing to erase their identities and face the dark alone.